All right, David Reynolds is obviously very much in the mix here, but what we want to do is a little head-to-head. Mark Winterbottom versus Craig Lowndes, focusing on where we're headed this weekend, the Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit.
Yeah, look, I mean, this is an extraordinary tale because we've basically started to do this in Auckland at Pukekohe, and then we've started to roll this out in terms of how they approach this weekend. And for me, it's a bit of an issue where Winterbottom's pretty much by himself. That's going to be a difficult assignment when you need teammates or you need other people around you to help. And you know what it's like when you're out there by yourself, it's hard work. And I think really, given Lowndes has been so fast there, for whatever reason, it's the hardest place in Australia on tyres. It's an absolute mystery how Lowndes makes the tyres live there. I can't work it out. I've never been able to.
There's no one that drives it, or maybe Shane drives it more sideways than Lowndes,
exactly.
But he manages to make the tyre last, but he's always ballistically fast there. So he's going to be tough to beat, that's for sure.
You raise a really good point about assistance from teammates in how this whole thing will shake out, right? You were asked today by the V8 Supercars website about whether you would help a fellow Holden driver in Craig Lowndes. Would you do that? Yeah,
for sure. As the factory Holden team, we'd rather see a Holden win than a Ford. So anything we can do to to make Craig's job easier or Mark's job a little bit harder, we're going to do. It's we're looking after our sponsors. It's part of what we have to do. So yeah, I'm more than happy.
What about titles that have been decided at Phillip Island over time? There's been a couple of those too, hasn't there?
A couple of classics. Rick Kelly's won in 2006, Garth Tander 2007. But what this points out, and this is Tom...
That was a cracker, that one. Panned out the next day though, didn't it?
Yeah, it got better. Look at this.
And Lowndes cannons like a billiard ball straight into the side of Rick's brother. Now the argument here is going to be whether or not...
He's the champion for 2006!
So this is about teammates, and this was the point before, Rusty, that in those days there were two factory teams, and we were in the red cars helping the guys in the orange. And that was a big moment in terms of us being able to take a result from the competitors on that day, and that was Lowndes essentially. So you look at it now, and really when you think about Mark Winterbottom, he hasn't got a Chaz Mostert, so you put a lot of pressure on Cam Waters being up there. You haven't got a Dave Reynolds next year, so why would Dave be loyal? I mean, at the end of the day, you're by yourself, you're the Lone Ranger.
2007 was the title for Garth Tander, and that also went to the wire at Phillip Island, and it was a special one for him for that year. It's been amazing, some of the things that have unfolded here over time. That was a good period for those guys at what was the HSV dealer team. Yeah, well, Garth won that day because Todd Kelly stayed in the lead, and again, Garth did a really good job through the course of the season, was very, very competitive and very consistent. But again, it was about the teammates and how that assistance helped Tander deliver the championship. And as I said, when you think about the weekend and Craig Lowndes has got so much support, Mark Winterbottom, that will be hard work.
Even Russell's won. I think Marcus had something to play with that when Russell won at Phillip Island as well. So
exactly.
When you come down to the crunch right at the end there, those last couple of points can decide anything. So you are really relying on the guy beside you in the garage.